What is your hairstyle you have currently called?
I can't really say what my hairstyle is called. This is kind of a freestyle. I used to always have like the what people call like the savage hairstyle, where it's like just shaved and then it got like just a little twist. And my hair, it grows like a chia pet. So it's like once it starts growing, it gets down to like here. So that's pretty much what happened with my hair.
Is there a meaning behind your hair?
A meaning behind it. I just don't like to. Um, I don't know. I think that healthy hair is like it'll show like a. It's like part of like your body. Whenever you're growing out healthy hair, where regardless of where it is, even if you have like a full beard, people look at that and be like, man, like you're doing something. Like you're eating right. Like you're really doing what you're supposed to do. So healthy hair is kind of like a. It's almost like a statement, like another thing that you put on before you walk out the door.
Anyone inspire this hairstyle?
Um, I don't know. I got the dreads because I started looking at like the Rasta people. Um, I just kind of got engaged with what they were doing, and then they believe that you don't cut your hair at all and things like that. But it was really just more like when I started my dreads, I used to have braids actually, long braids, and they came all the way down to my neck. And then I just got to a point where I was like, I didn't want to get rid of the braids, and I didn't want to rock the biggest afro like I was in the 80s. So I don't know, I just dreaded it up.
Was this already a trend at the time when you started?
No, there was actually only one other person. So the middle school I went to was predominantly like other type of people basically. So it was like only a couple of other black people, but me and only one other kid that was black, we had dreads. And I can't say if he started his after mine or whatever, but yeah, that was the guy, man. We definitely had dreads and it was cool in middle school, and then we just kept having it.
What was the name of this middle school?
It was Ebenezer Middle School. So the Ebenezer is actually a creek that was found by this guy named Lord Effingham. So when I moved to this part of Savannah area, it was called Effingham. And that's the funniest part. We moved from this place where there was like Vidalia onions to Effingham. And we used to always laugh at my mom and make jokes with her like, oh man, we in this Effingham. So that was like the joke at the time. It was like, man, this Effingham. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Now, aside from this other person at that school that had dreads after you did, has your hair inspired others?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it did because at first it started out just me and this one guy. And then I just noticed it everywhere. Like all kinds of people were just, they had dreads or they had an afro or they had like the little savage haircut or whatever. And it just went from that to just having dreads. So I'm pretty sure it did inspire a lot of people.
Are you referencing 21 Savage or it's actually called Savage Haircut?
I'm not necessarily referencing 21 Savage, but it was called like the Savage haircut because you look like a savage. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like you got the boosie fade, but you got the top, and you use the sponge to do the circles, so it'll be like Savage. And then 21 Savage came out, so I guess I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, but it was like a Savage haircut. That's what they called it.
For time reference, it's August 2021 now, but how long have you been growing the length we see on camera today?
Since 2017,
This is 4 years, give or take.
4 years.
Rough estimate. Now, are you keeping it at a certain length or just letting it grow at this point?
I'm just letting it grow. I let it grow, and then I'll just get it redone, and then I've just been letting it grow. I mean, my hair grows wild like crazy. It's like a chia pet. I actually have a hair supplement for people. I've been testing it on my nephew, and it's like it grows your hair like everywhere, and it's super natural. No crazy ingredients. It's all natural. So it's like when you put it in your hair, it's like it literally grows like a chia pet. It's crazy.
So it was growing like a chia pet before you started implementing this substance, or this
Yes.
substance led to the analogy of the chia pet situation?
I could say a little bit of both because before I had an afro and I used to braid my hair back. And then I started like just using my hair product and just every once in a while just putting it in there. And then like I had to get my hair done every 2 weeks or every week. At the end of the week, it was like I had like an inch of new growth. It was crazy.
And this is your original hair growth. No weave, no hair extensions.
No weed, no hair extensions. You pull this shit and it's gonna really hurt. It's not gonna fall out.
What is your opinion on that? Men getting weave, hair extensions to get the look you have today.
I mean, we don't really shame certain girls who get like BBLs and stuff like that. So I don't really shame guys who go and get the extensions. And plus, like certain girls, they get the extensions on purpose. Like I know girls want the blonde hair, they might want it super long, so they'll get the extensions, and that's just how it is.
Now, what if it's somebody's own hair that they're putting back in? Again, for a guy, trying to get the same look that you have.
Like replacing, like reattaching your own hair.
Yeah, they had long hair at one point, chop it off, but saved them, rocking whatever other style of hair, but then they want to go back to what they had originally, so they put it back in. Not weave or hair extensions, it's their own hair, but they are putting it back in. What is your opinion on that? Men, again, here in this equation.
I'm not sure. I would say, honestly, that's very, very similar to weave, regardless of if because a lot of the, like, high quality weave is from human hair. So, it's very similar, regardless of how people may feel about that. It's very similar.
Now, you do mention you take this substance for your hair growth. Anything else that you take for your hair growth, or that's it?
No, that's it. And I don't necessarily use it like an everyday thing. It's like maybe once a week or something like that. Because, I mean, my hair grows crazy, so if I use it too much, it'll be like way too much to handle. I'll just have to like always be twisting it.
And this substance is not available for the public yet?
No, it is available for the public. Whenever you go and check out my website, wonderzone.org, you can see it and you'll be able to see everything.
When it comes to this hairstyle you have, this is your first attempt with this hairstyle, or you've attempted it before?
No, I've had this hairstyle multiple times before. My first time getting dreaded up and stuff like that was in middle school. It was like probably the 7th or 8th grade. I used to have braids too, so I was trying out a lot of different things. That's pretty much what it is.
Was this the longest you've had it dreaded up?
No. I had it dreaded from when I first started in middle school for like 5 or 6 years, and it went so far down my back I just reach around and grab it.
Why did you stop that hairstyle back then?
I was with one of my stupid friends, and we literally were sitting looking at each other. We both had long dreads, and it was super hot one summer, and we were just looking at each other. We're like, man, this is too hot. And we just went together and we got it chopped and shaved off. And I was like, why did I do that? And the guy asked me what I wanted to do with the hair. I was like, and just throw it away. I ain't gonna do nothing with it. Cause I don't know. If you hold on to long hair, it might get stale or, you never know what'll happen. So I just told him to throw it away.
Was that spontaneous or premeditated?
Super spontaneous. That was not premeditated. Well, I don't know. I'm be honest. It was the summer, so for like the first couple of weeks, I was already thinking like, damn, this shit is hot. Like I gotta do something. That's why I kind of had the shades or the side shave now. That's pretty much why it is because like it just gets so hot. I'm like, man, I gotta do something.
Was it an emotional experience at all?
Not necessarily. Well, yeah, I guess you could say. But the barber that I went to, his name is Old Pete. And Pete, he's a very old guy, so people will laugh at you, you go to him now. But back in the day, he was the #1 barber. But now he's like an older dude, so your tape line might be straight, but it's going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, But, that's Pete, man. That's my guy. No disrespect to him. I love him.
After you did cut your hair, the previous attempt with this same hairstyle, did you miss it?
Yeah, I missed it for, like, as soon as I got it shaved. It was like, damn, because I had a fade. And, I don't know. Yeah, I missed it.
So just in retrospect, because we are building a little chronological order here, that first time you attempted it, and it was actually longer than what we see now, how long of a time break was that between that hairstyle in your life and this current attempt that you have with this hairstyle? 2, 3 years, 5 years?
It was just a few months, honestly, because after I shaved my head, I didn't have like a full shave, like it was like I was getting waves or nothing. I had a box cut. So I took the box cut and then I just grew it from there, and that's what you see now. So I just took the box cut and I started the little savage haircut thing, and then I went from that to growing out my dreads.
This person that you used once a week at one point, you still use them today?
For retwisting my hair?
Yeah.
No, I actually... So there was a lady that used to always do my hair, and she started having problems with her wrist where she would wear like a brace. And I felt so bad going to her because I'd be like, I know you're wearing a brace, but I need my hair done. And like, I can't be that selfish. Like this is something that could seriously damage your hand, even though you care about me and you want me to look good. It's like, and it was a lady that like legit cared about me, but I just couldn't. It made me feel so bad inside. I was like, man, I just can't. So I started doing it myself for years, man, and years. And then I finally found this place called Nappy Hut. They do it out in Savannah.
And is it a particular person you go to there, or you just use that brand?
I just use that brand. I tend to use like different ladies because the ladies, they'll really like get the comb and everything, and they'll go through your hair and layer it out and stuff like that. So that's what I do whenever I go in there.
And that's in Savannah?
Yes, it's in Savannah, Nappy Hut. You'll definitely find them anywhere. They've been in business for years.
This female that was doing your hair with the brace, though, did you express your concern and this reasoning that you're sharing with us? Did you share that with her?
Not necessarily, but there was one time where I would tell her all the time, like, are you sure it's okay? Like, are you sure it's all right to be, like, I would try to reassure, like, are you okay with this? Like, is this all right with you? Because I don't want to be a burden. She'd be like, no, it's okay. But, some people are so kind-hearted. It's like, it's hard to tell them, like, this is, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say no, or hard for them to say no because they know, like they do things in a selfless way. So for her to be so selfless, I had to realize that I was being selfish, and I just switched it off.
Did she ever question why you hadn't been coming anymore, why you stopped, or?
I don't think she ever asked me. I still talk to the lady every once in a while. She never really asked me. She was just kind of like, okay, it is what it is, you know. And it wasn't any hard feelings at all. You know, I still love this lady. It's just, you know, one of those things where I realize needs versus wants.
Do you have a pet peeve with this hairstyle at all?
No, I don't have a pet peeve. Other than there was one time I was driving to Miami. My hair was really, really bothering me, but I was like tripping on like some shrooms, man. It was like crazy. And it was like bothering me like crazy. It was like, what is wrong? But I guess it was touching my neck, and I didn't normally notice that, but that made me notice it.
What about people pulling on them?
I'm not really a fan of that. I mean, some girls are into that and stuff like that, but it doesn't do anything for me. It's not like, oh yeah, pull my hair. Like, no. I mean, it's just one of those things where I did actually have a lot of like girls when I was in other grades and stuff. They'd be like, oh, let me touch your hair. Let me touch your hair. And I don't know. It's probably because I got dreads. I don't know. I can't really explain that. I don't know.
Well, sometimes people won't even be polite to even say what they'd like to do. They just do it.
That is true. Some people just be, hey, just grab your hair. I don't think I've ever had that happen though. Someone just run up and just be like, and just grab your hair. It's like, that's almost fighting words,
Well, sometimes it wouldn't necessarily happen like that. There may be some instance where you may be walking through a function, like a nightclub or something, and as you're passing, maybe for flirtation or to get your attention, a female could softly grab your hair, and that sparks conversation or is an icebreaker. So just curious if that's ever happened.
Yes, that has happened plenty of times. But I'm not gonna lie, it's only with like older women, like cougars or something like that. I try to be cautious with that though. There's one time I was dancing, and like toward the end of the dance, this girl's grabbing my hand. We got our hands up. Man, she had a ring on her finger, bro. That was like the most. I literally was like, that was like a terrible night. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta leave right now. I was like, that was bad.
Did you ask her about it?
No, she was with one of her friends, so I just assume, you either having fun for the night or you just went through something, and I probably don't need to bring that up. So I just left. I was with one of my other friends, and we were just like, yo, bro, we're club hopping. She came to the second club. I was like, we're club hopping again. So, yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much what happened.
But you assumed in this situation.
I assumed. I didn't really ask her, but I did see the ring. So that's enough for me, Like, you won't be wearing the ring on your on your wedding finger, for no reason, on your ring finger.
Sometimes females will wear a ring as a decoy to be unbothered.
I didn't think about that.
So I don't know this person, but in her defense, maybe she had it on, forgot to take it off, wasn't paying attention, if it was in fact this sort of reasoning. But it could also be, on the other hand, that she was involved in a marriage. That's why I asked if you had even confronted her about it.
The questioning of maybe or maybe not is what stopped me. It's like there's way more females. Like, and no offense to the girl, she was beautiful, but it's just there's another girl right here dancing next to me. There's other girls right here dancing next to me, and they don't have that situation. So, you gotta weigh your options. I don't like dealing with a lot of problems. Like, I don't mind confrontation, but I don't like dealing with problems on purpose. That is what I consider dealing with problems on purpose. It's like, especially if you're getting a girl with a relationship, that's like, oh, you dealing with that problem on purpose. You could have there's way more, like, way more girls out here. You could be getting with all kinds of girls, and then on top of that, man, like, there's a different, man, they're all different, man. So it's like, I don't know.
And just for clarification, have you ever been in a relationship with someone that was married in the past? Have you been a homewrecker in a situation where even if they weren't married, a female was in a situation already and you were still involved some kind of way?
I don't personally think that I've been in a homewrecker situation because I'm going to say this. Most of the girls that I've actually dated, like, we've dated and I'll take you out somewhere or we'll be spending time together, I do my background. I make sure, like, okay, shawty's single, this and that. Like, you going to have to go through your phone and drop all your hoes while we dating, like, all that, you know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to, like, just messing around or whatever, I don't personally know. But there was one time I found out I was getting with this girl and she was pregnant. And I didn't know about it. And it was like, that was crazy.
What happened there?
Oh, that definitely wasn't my baby. Definitely wasn't my baby. It was, I just found out she was pregnant like months after whatever had occurred, right? So it's like, dang, you're pregnant. And then I start dating back all the dates and the times. And I'm like, you were still pregnant during that time. It was like, man, that's crazy. That's wild. Y'all girls are, they do what they want, so it is what it is.
You think she knew she was pregnant when she...
100% knew because when I found out, it was like not that long after the last time I had seen her or whatever. So it was like, bro, like, you were like not that pregnant, but like to where it was showing, but you were pregnant. So it's like, dude, it's crazy only because it's like, bro, like, what if I was the guy that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, what if I was a guy that actually got her pregnant and I knew I got her pregnant and she knew that she was pregnant, but we weren't cool like that. So she's out doing whatever and now she comes back like months later, but I don't know what she happened, you know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know what she did, but it's like, I know what she did. I know what she did. It's bad, man. That's crazy.
So you never purposely home wrecked?
No, never on purpose. I never just been like, let me get with a girl that's in this relationship, or let me, she's got this boyfriend. I'm gonna take care of this one. Like, nah, just, if a girl's dating or you got a boyfriend or whatever, like, even if you're dating, you know what I'm saying? If you come and try to get with your boy Cloud, you gotta drop your hoes. You gotta make sure that you're trying to, like, I don't know, man. I hold girls to a higher standard. Like, most of these girls can't even cook. So it's like, I don't know, man. Unless, there was this one guy I know, he got with this one girl. She's like Blasian, basically. Man, she would cook for this guy, like, gourmet meals every single day. It looked like he literally went to a restaurant every single day. And he'd be sending me Snapchats. And I'd be like, bro, I am so jealous, bro. Like, I would tell him this. Like, bro, I'm jealous, bro. Like, your wife is amazing. You need to keep her. like forever. That right there is the number one keeper because it's like I mean, you can't really beat gourmet. I mean, I don't know. Unless you're Salt Bay. But yeah.
Is it heavy?
Is it heavy?
Your hair?
Oh, sometimes. Sometimes I do feel when it's heavy, as in whenever I'm swimming or whenever it gets super wet, like I'm taking a shower and I'm like, I have to literally throw my hair over or literally like anything like that. I have to do something like that just to dry it or whatever. But it does get heavy whenever I'm like showering or whenever I'm swimming. That's pretty much it.
Does it itch?
No, I make sure that I wash my hair all the time, and that I put moisturizer and stuff through it, so I never really have a problem with it itching.
How often do you wash it?
Every day, I wash it all the time. But that's one of those things where like I'm gonna just say like I don't know. For me, for my hair, you don't have to. You don't have to wash it every day. Like, okay, what I mean by wash it, like you want to make sure you get all the dirt out of it, put all the water through it and everything. Rinse it out. But you don't necessarily need to every single day put hardcore shampoo through it because that actually dries your hair out. It'll thin your hair out, and then it'll make it crack. So that'll leave split ends, and it'll leave a whole lot of dry cracked hair will leave split ends, and it'll literally just start falling out. So you don't want to put shampoo through it every day, but washing it every day, like with the water or conditioner, is different than like the shampoo because the shampoo is a lot more harsh for your hair.
So how often? So explain, all right, on a typical week, 7 days, what you actually do. Because you gave me two answers here. You said sometimes it's just water, getting the dirt off, just, kind of letting it rinse. And then sometimes there's some conditioning involved. And then sometimes there's some shampooing involved. So what's the formula here for you? Everybody's different, of course.
Out of the 7 days,
Or it could be 2 weeks.
Or out of 2 weeks. Well, out of 7 days, 3 times out of the 7 days, I put the conditioner through it. 2 times out of the 7 days, I'll do the shampoo. So the other 2 times, I'm just rinsing it with like hardcore water. I'll do hot and then I'll switch it to cold. Because it's not good for your skin to have just hot. So you want to, I switch it to cold.
So let's dive in. All right, Sunday. What are we doing?
For Sundays,
let's say that's the beginning. All right, let's do
water.
Monday. Let's do Monday. Monday's the beginning of the week for some people, right?
Yeah,
okay, so let's do Monday. Monday, what are we doing?
Monday, I am definitely using conditioner. I'm using conditioner on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Because Tuesday night, I'm most likely going down. I'm going downtown. I'm going out. I'm partying, got the club going up on a Tuesday. So that's what I'll do. I make sure I celebrate McConan and I'm going out. But Wednesday, I'll do this. Monday, I'll do the same thing. I make sure I'll wash it because it's like the beginning of the week. It feels good to start with like a fresh start. So I'll make sure I wash it with the shampoo and everything. Tuesday is conditioner and stuff. Wednesday, I'll just rinse it. Thursday, conditioner. Friday, conditioner. Saturday, I'll wash it like crazy. Because I'll normally go out Fridays too. And then on Sundays, I'll use I'll probably use the water. Probably just use the water and just rinse it out real nice and thorough, where I can just like, just breathe. But I got a drop top too, so I'll drop the top and I have my hair blowing through it. So it's like, I got to make sure I wash it after that. But some days when I just put the water, that'll be the most refreshing thing.
And then Monday, back to the shampoo again?
Yeah, back to the shampoo.
What's something you've done to your hair you'll never do again? This doesn't have to revert to this hairstyle. This could be anything you've done with your hair in your life. Something you've done to your hair you'll never do again.
I won't dye the tips blonde again. I had the tips of my hair dyed blonde a little while ago, or years ago, and it was a natural ombre, so it would come to like a orangish kind of blonde color, and I won't do that again.
Why not?
I don't think I need it. I used to dye it green every year for St. Patty's Day, but I'm not even Irish. Well, I'm like part Irish, like 7%, but I don't think that counts. It's 7%. But definitely, I used to dye it green and just be out just partying and whatever. But I don't think I want to dye it blonde because it just dries your hair out and it just ruins like the pigmentation and stuff in your hair. So I like my natural color. It's like, it's not really brown. It's like a super, super light brown. So whenever you're looking at it, if you cut off these blonde tips, you'll see it still goes a little ombre.